Hey everyone, it's Nelson Miller here with PA Creative. Welcome to another documentation video for the Divi events calendar. So here we're going to be looking at the events feed at all of the design settings. So we're going to just give you an overview of the design settings, not go real deep into them, just kind of show you really quick what's available. All right, so when you add a events feed module to your layout, type in events, click on events feed, you're going to get some already pretty nice looking events. In fact, actually, you will have to design the button. Other than that, that was something we could not set as default. Other than that, we have a lot of defaults, so it's going to look pretty good. Obviously, you want to customize it to your own liking, your own colors, your own, borders if they're square, round, or whatever, font sizes, font, styles, all of that stuff. So you can do that. So technically, I'm saying, I guess, you kind of have a head start if you just wanted it to look good. It also gives you a clear idea of what you can do. So let's just jump right into it. We have lots of settings. Most of the design settings are going to be under the design tab. So the second tab here, it's kind of, sometimes it's not always, clear design or content. But anyway, like under layout, there's a lot of different layout options. And we have another video on that. But like events. So events is just the term. Think of it as individual events. So when you click on events here, you're thinking of just one. Like, in fact, you could just turn on one just to visualize it. But the one event, in fact, here, let me show you. If I like do this. So I changed the background. So it's changing of the events. Now, if you wanted to change the background of the whole entire module, that would be like over here, right? In the background, but we're talking about events. So anything in here is related to that area. Let me show you, for example, if I was to put a border, see that? See how it's going around the whole thing? It's a little odd in the builder sometimes, but that's how that would look. So events, you can style the margin, the padding, the rounded corners, the color, the box shadow. Then we get image, kind of same type of thing. Alignment doesn't apply here, but margin, we kind of have a margin already below by default. You can change that to padding. The width of the image, you may want that to be something other than full width. There you go. You can adjust that. The border, we have it at 4 pixels. Whatever you want it at, go ahead and put it at that. Design settings for everything. The image border, you may want some kind of border for some reason like that. And all the standard styles here for everything, a box shadow and all the settings that go along with that. All right, so then other than that, there's just a ton of things here. I'm not going to show you everything, but the other main thing would be details. So we kind of have, think of events as like the whole thing, and then obviously the image is the image part, and then details is the rest of it. So watch, like right there, that we consider that the details area. Anything in that area that you can see is considered details. And once again, all the design settings that you would want here. Spacing, changing the border radius of that. This is actually a new feature in 2.1. Border, all of the things that you would expect. It's going to start looking crazy if I don't undo some of this, but call out. Now that refers to this little box right here. In fact, let me get out of here. So if the call out box, I think it's the image width, but is right here. It's on top of the image in this layout. Now, if you were in other layouts like this one, for example, you can see that it's on the left here. So where were we? Call out. I could say, well, I want the call out box to have a dark background. And oh, now I can't see the text. So that's fine. You would scroll down to, let's see, call out date text, right? I might make that white. And then the next one, was it month, I guess? Something like that. And there you go. Just like that, we've adjusted the design of that. Yeah, so you have the month, all the items related to that. Did we miss something? Oh, well, and all the text. Anything text related is going to have design settings. The title text. So here, obviously, whatever, everything that you come to expect with Divi is going to be found in our plugin. We've added we add everything like that we can think of. We really do. Details text would be the text right here, like the date, time, venue, that kind of thing. The icons, styling the icons, the labels, the excerpt, right? And then you get into just like the pagination. We have other videos on that. The load more buttons, the more info button right here. You want to style that. See, you can adjust the styling of the button. And then we have something called no results message text. That would be if there's no events coming up for that particular criteria. You may have a certain category set or whatever. It'll say like something like, what does it say? There's no events. I don't know what it says offhand, but it's just a boring piece of text. So you can adjust that. Now that's a little hard to visualize. You'll have to have a new tab and you'll kind of have to force it to not be any. Choose like make a category that doesn't have any future events or something. Then you can see how that looks. But this whole tab is filled with design settings. Now all of these obviously apply to things related to the events. And then once you get down to, I guess, the load more button right here, sizing, spacing, border, that all starts where like the normal things that affect the entire module. Example right here. See that how it's around the whole thing, like any other Divi module. So everything else, like if you're like, well, how do I put a box shadow on the events? Well, that's under events right here, not under the main box shadow setting. See that? So kind of keep that in mind, how the design settings work. Anything related to that border, the background color, spacing, all that would be under events, not down here like spacing, sizing, border, box shadow. Those are affecting the entire outer thing. And that pretty much is it. So everything else is default, like everything in the advanced tab. Obviously, you might consider some of these items in the content tab as design settings. Maybe they're all design settings. I don't know. Kind of differentiate a little bit there, but that gives you a quick overview of what is available as far as design settings. So you can also check out our other tutorials. We have other videos about specific things, so be sure to check them out.